welcome to your daily AI news. I'm Noah McDonough.
I'm Rick Ninja.
All right.
Excited schedule this week. Lots of things going on, and lots of things to happen until by the end of this week. Hopefully. Today we are packed. Let me bring you guys an idea of what we're gonna watch, hear, and see today. So OpenAI for Rollback, the last of their, I believe. I'm not gonna dare to speak the word psychophancy, which is an interesting word. We might take a look on that. Grok 3.5 until May 10th. I believe it's gonna be out. We're gonna speak a little bit of GTA. So eventually we're gonna, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see any AI applied on GTA, but we're gonna figure that today. Last week we talked about LTX Studio, that they applied VO, the Google video generator, and now they are improving. They are showing, at least it was yesterday, the LTX V13B, I believe that's what's named. Seems like a heck of improvement on video making and the speed, but we'll check it out. What about you, Noah? Any good news there?
Yeah, I want to kind of revisit Meta AI. We're still a little bit, we believe that it's connected. Llama and Meta AI are using kind of the same image connections. We didn't have great success live importing an image and having it describe really what the font was from the image that we uploaded. So we wanted to check that out. And that's valuable because if you have AI generate images for you, you don't have a lot of background data on what it's actually pulling. So if you want to take that in and do edits and continue to modify, it's important to know what fonts are being used and whatnot. So we'll take a peek at that. And we'll also go ahead and we didn't have great success generating on the fly kind of a logo, just the process of generating a logo for daily AI. So we'll take a look at that as well. So we're excited to check that out. And really, I think everybody should take the time to take a peek at Meta AI. It's actually free. You can use your Facebook login or your Instagram login, or I think you can just come in as anonymous if you want. And take advantage of these tools and play around with them a little bit.
And just adding to that, since you brought Meta AI, they just had, I believe it was this week, they had their LlamaCon, their conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's where, was that place where they announced their new app? I'm not sure if it was. I believe it was. But we can give it a try as well on the app. It seems interesting. I mean, I watched the video and it seems it could not, and we had that experience over here as well. I could not give the correct answer for how many R's are in the strawberry. And we try over here with ChatGPT, behind the scenes also didn't work. So, meaning ChatGPT also was not very successful in saying how many R's are in strawberry.
That's right.
Thank goodness those are not the highly advanced AI that are here to conquer humanity or something like that. Let's see, let's see if we put some time on the identification of fonts. We approached the topic last week. We were not able to identify fonts or try to identify fonts with the AI, either ChatGPT. I need to think and remember which AI tools take images and kind of play recognition on image. I think Meta AI does that. Not sure how well they do it. I was very satisfied with ChatGPT. I believe I tried with Gemini. I really don't remember at this moment. But yeah, that's it. Anything to add before we go to the first big news or just news?
No, let's move on.
All right, so let's start with ChatGPT. This one was interesting. Let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. So just tell me if you are able to.
Yeah, here, hold on 1 second. Let's go. 1 second, folks. We'll be right here.
We're getting there. In a few weeks, we came from 0 to 0.4, 0.5, should I say. And improving.
Episode 5. All right, let's see if we get you here.
Let me give you just, while Noah figures the tech aspect there, let me give you guys a preview of what I'm going to be talking about. It's basically that, and Noah was the one who told me the meaning of this word, which I'm not going to ask for him at this moment, which is psychophancy. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Sycophancy.
Yeah, I was not pronouncing correctly according to the whatever. Sycophancy. Is that what it is?
We've got your screen up now.
Nice. So sycophancy. So sycophancy. Oops. And it's interesting when I went for the meaning of sycophancy, and I get some very strange word here. Obsequo. It was. Can you see that on the screen, or not really? It's right. So I have the main ChatGPT page there, but since it's we had that issue before, which is a second screen, which is kind of a layer, it's not showing. Are you able to see like a dictionary there? Or
I am not.
No? Yeah, that's a second screen. So basically what I've done here, I'm just looking at the meaning of the word. So I'm going to read for you guys. Obsequous, another strange word here, behavior towards someone. Huh?
It's a 10-cent word day.
Yeah. And behavior towards someone important in order to gain advantage. All right. So sycophancy, which is just being overly flirtuous or something like that, to get advantage of someone or something like that. I don't know if that makes sense. ChatGPT 4.0, what happened and what we are doing about it. So basically, they emphasize, I don't think it's necessary to go through everything here, but they truly emphasize on the aspect of sycophancy. And they repeat like almost 10 times this word throughout the news over here. But basically, they rolled back last week, and this is pretty recently, so that was April 29th. So they rolled back, so a couple of weeks ago, the last ChatGPT 4.0 update. So people are now using the earlier version with more balanced behavior. The update we removed was overly flattering or agreeable, often described as sycophantic.
You got it.
Yeah. And basically they go through just explaining that aspect and what are they doing. So how are they addressing the matter? I feel like this, let's go straight to the point. Beyond rolling back the latest ChatGPT 4.0 update, we are taking more steps to realign the model's behavior, refining core training techniques and system prompts to explicitly steer the model away from sycophancy, building more guardrails to increase honesty and transparency principles in our model specs, expanding ways for more users to test and give direct feedback before deployment, and continue expanding our evaluations building on the model spec and our ongoing research to help identify issues beyond sycophancy in the future. Awesome. So I do feel they made a great improvement in the last few weeks. One thing is it's a lot more natural, the talking with ChatGPT. But overall, like very positive things. I was not even aware of this aspect on the ChatGPT, but it does make complete sense.
Yeah, my experience with it, like as soon as you would propose an idea that you wanted to refine using Chat GPT or really any of the tools that are out there, there's kind of it starts to call into question authenticity. Like right off the bat, it's like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's move forward with it. Which in a way, it kind of, strokes your ego a little bit, but it sort of seems fake, right? So kind of like the person that's just trying to be agreeable to win your favor rather than, not that AI really has any of that inside of it. It's just the way it was sort of set up. So
Yeah.
that's what they're addressing here.
Yeah, I don't really agree with you, Noah, but that's fine.
Ain't no sycophancy in this room.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. But I also want to bring other aspects because the word is very specific on the matter of being very agreeable just to gain the favor. But I do think there is a greater variation of people who are very agreeable, just a personality, people who do not want confrontation. So I just want to bring that up because it's not just the flatter to gain favor, but flattery can have other reasons, like I said, just like personality, so on and so forth, right?
Yep.
I do think that's interesting. One thing that I stopped sharing my screen, but one thing that happened when I share specifically the tab is that it does not show a second layer. So I'm gonna try to share again. Just you can leave it there. I'm gonna share again, Noah, so you guys can kind of. There was something that I saw there I thought was pretty cool. Very simple though, nothing out of this world. But I'm gonna share as a window. So okay, so I'm sharing right now. Tell me if you guys can
We
see.
got it?
You got it?
Yep.
So yeah, so something that was pretty cool in the OpenAI website is this. Now you can see this Ask ChatGPT, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this I thought was subtle, but very very cool. And what I was trying to do before was simply
Just that it's available right there as you go in. That's what. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on their website. So that 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 was so nice. I mean, very subtle, but that's interesting. And I think of course, other websites done that in a different way, not through the Ask ChatGPT, but subtle and nice. And the other thing I was trying simply to do was like just looking at the meaning, and this is the other word. So it's like I should be able to look the word within the dictionary because can you pronounce this word here, Noah?
What are we looking at?
Obsequious.
I'm not seeing.
Oh
it.
no. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me go back to. Let me take a look on the YouTube here.
We're gonna.
That's
play,
so amazing.
Pictionary or whatever the guess the word is.
Nah, it's okay. So it's like interesting. So not even. Wow. Okay. Hey, we're learning. 0.5. Maybe we are now back to 0.4 evolution stage. But let me try something different here. I don't want to persist too long on this. You can keep on the. I'm gonna share the entire screen. Boom. Am I sharing the entire screen?
Right now.
There it is.
We see your screen. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, do you see this?
I do not. Oh, here we go. Yep.
There you go. Yeah. This is the word.
Obsequious.
Obsequious, man. You have a great vocabulary there, Noah.
I don't know about that. I'm good at parroting things.
Obsequious. And so the obsequious is can you?
Actually, that's a word that I would have to look the definition
Gotcha.
of.
Obsequious. I mean, and my point would be you go for the meaning of the word
So
and
much
don't.
for my vocabulary.
Right? No.
I've been exposed.
Something what I think it's funny. Oh, they have multiple options here. What I think is funny is that you go to the dictionary to learn one word and you have to go to another word to learn that. All right. Hey, let's move on. This I don't know how funny or not funny that is. And moving on, I think I'm not sharing my screen. Now, we do have do you have any other aspect you want to add, or is there anything specific you want to bring it up, Noah?
Not on that particular one, no.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to try the Meta AI? What do you think?
Yeah. Let's see if I can. I was just having some issues here. Let's see.
Hey, we're doing live.
If I can pull this up. So this is my window here. Let's do.
And for everyone out there, feel free to ask questions. Make sure to like, subscribe. That helps a lot.
Okay, so you guys can see my screen. Let me go full screen for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just go in your browser, just go to meta.ai. It'll ask you to log in, which I've already done. I've logged in through just my personal Facebook login. And one of the things we wanted to do here was let's take a look at its image generation stuff. So just going to chat like Meta AI is my buddy here and say, hey, can you help me develop a logo for the word, I'm going to do lowercase d, uppercase a, lowercase I, ly in quotes. And let's see what they do. Okay.
That seems good.
So it's asking me some questions. What style are you thinking? Modern, minimalist? So let's say modern.
And I think it can also be, excuse me, I think it can also be minimalist, modern and minimalist.
Can we make the AI portion red and for design elements, can we incorporate circuit imagery? And then what's the main message or tone you want the logo to convey? For tone, let's go for technology. They're all pretty good questions. Let's see some images.
He brought more info.
So it's automatically doing 4 different ones for us.
Nice. Oh, I got some delay here. That's why.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's kind of interesting. So we could say, well, let's see. What do you guys think? Which of these 4 images should we elaborate on? Maybe why don't we take image 1? Let's say for image 1, can you make the D and the ly more prominent? Not more prominent, more visible.
Is there a D there?
I don't know.
Okay, you got it.
Let's see. So it's going to generate another 4. Thinking. We need like the Jeopardy music going on. That's going to be one of our next iterations when we get fancy here.
Which music is that one?
You're going to ask me to sing?
I mean, you gave the idea. I just asked which music is that one.
Let's see. Oops.
We're back. We're back on the screen.
Still going. It's the one. Let's see. So for you, it's there we go. We got your face back. Boy, it's really thinking on that one.
True.
Jeopardy. Dun 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 dun. Doesn't ring any bells.
It does. It does. Dun 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 dun.
I think we might have stumped old Meta AI on this one.
True. Hey. Hopefully they can handle.
Let's ask some questions to see if we can threaten her a little bit.
No, I think the issue there is that if you try to ask this, you need to cancel
Oh,
the
okay.
image generation. Were you? Oh, by the way, I don't know. Have we said? Yeah, I did said that they did have their conference recently. One thing that they emphasized is that APIs. Let me even double check the what's API. API. So the API, application programming interface, that's the word I was looking for. They emphasize that a lot because this is kind of a final product, right? In the sense that for the consumer, us. But they emphasize a lot on the API, which is the the tools, let's put it like this, for the software developers, and that's that's why we see many similarities amongst those various AI apps because it's they use the APIs of those companies. Let's put it like this. And another thing that I'm thinking right now is that besides the API, the other aspect now. Oh man, what's happening with me? Maybe not enough coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna remember. Was API? There was the app Met AI. There was another element that they brought on the conference that I wanted to bring it up, but I forgot. If I remember, I tell you guys. Well, oh, there you go. You got the images.
So it did, and you can see what it's kind of done here. It's actually flipped. It put the I before the A. So let's take this guy. That's a little bit closer. Let's take. Let's see if I just select that one. Let's say okay. Uh, can you put the A before the I and after the D? Oh, what happened there? Is it thinking? What's going on here? Let's go back.
And it seems you have the edit tool.
Okay, so let's regenerate. Bear with us. Okay. All right, so that didn't go exactly where we wanted, but this is kind of interesting. Now it dropped the L. Okay, so let's say for image number 3, or for the lower left image,
the last image they got right.
Can you make the D and the Y? What color do we want those guys? Give me something.
Green and red.
Green. Generating.
You saw that?
Oh, that was not good.
Hey, now it's done. What the heck is going on here?
Let me try this.
That's so funny.
Let me just pick this guy. Let me select this image.
Well,
can you add an L after the I? So it shows us working over here in this corner. No, didn't do good on that one.
show me. Let's see what they offer on the edit tool. You have an edit. If you go with the cursor in the top of the image.
Which one are we talking about? Which image?
Just whichever image. The main one, by the way. That's my mistake. The one in the center. Select any image and go with the cursor in the top of the image in the center, if that makes sense.
So like I'm hovering over this image right here?
There you go. So if you go to the top, do you have an edit option somewhere there? Like there's 3 options in the top. I cannot see because...
One's download. Oh yeah, let me go full screen here for everybody.
There was a play. Yeah, let's go full screen. So there was a place that I saw edit image. If you go with the cursor and the image is on the right side, let's see.
Yeah, so let's see. I guess that's this guy here, or is it this one? Those look the same. Click on that.
Yeah, I don't remember now where I saw the image. The edit. It's okay.
And we're back to the one that's. Well, let's try this guy instead.
There it is. You see the edit? Go back on when it shows the 4 images. And edit. Just go with the cursor. There you go. You see edit?
Interesting. Okay.
Which goes just to exactly the same place you were. So
yeah, right. Okay.
That's fun.
But let's see. Okay. Make the D green in color. Did the whole thing.
I mean, at least was very.
I don't know how to write that any better. Let's see.
Specific.
What can I say there?
What are you trying to say?
I want the D and the Y to be green.
And the L, maybe?
Oh, yeah. The D and the L and the Y to be green and the AI to stay red. No, it's all or nothing with this one.
Yeah. I mean, you done a very good job. No, yikes.
I mean, so this is where you'd have to make the decision, okay, is this close enough for me to pull into, a photo editor and I just go in and color that myself, or do I want to keep throwing prompts at this thing and seeing if it gets me where I want to go? And a lot of times that's actually what ends up happening with your logos.
Yeah.
Or images in general.
I mean, so I'm going to be straight to the point. It's not there yet. That's what I think, you know?
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see. So if I close that, let's go ahead and move on to, what if I want to pull in an existing image and have it tell me what the font of the image is? So
nice.
Let me add this, and I'm just going to take this AI generated image here that says Renegade Chronicles, and this is something that AI actually chose the imagery for based on what I had described. And so can you tell me the font that is used in this image? And this might be a photograph that you've taken or snagged from the internet. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it appears to be a stylized serif font, like Unical or Carolingia, which is interesting. I feel like, just because I've actually done this in other tools, I feel like ChatGPT Pro got a little more specific when it came to analysis of fonts and giving me something that I could actually plug in to my image editor and then mimic what I had there.
And what you can do is you can copy the name of those fonts, so Untitled or Carolingia, and search and see if truly is the.
Yeah, let's see.
That close.
Can you show me an example of the font Unical? We got some questions here.
Oh, let me see that.
Ooh, okay. That's frilly. Can you
that does not seem
do
right.
this just with letters.
Keep going with the dun-duns. You see? I told you, man, that would be a success.
What's that?
Keep going with the dun-duns. The song. Spontaneous success.
Dun,
No.
dun, dun.
Yeah. Spontaneous success.
The dun-duns.
I think.
I like it.
It didn't generate the full
So
word
yeah, I mean, it
daily.
gives you an idea that this is what, when it's going to draw out an L in that font or an A, that's what it's going to look like, right? And then so you could go into like your Photoshops or your Illustrators and run through. So let's see, we got some questions from the audience here.
Hey.
Keep up with the dun-duns.
Yeah.
Didn't generate the word daily fully. Yeah, that's true.
Correct. So this gets
You're
you
close, but not the actual font.
Yeah.
Our listener said. So,
Hey.
let me try this. Write the word daily in. I think I still got that right. In Unical font. Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, it gave us a bunch of backgrounds and stuff, but it gives us an idea of what that kind of looks like.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but that does not seem like the font of the Renegades.
No, it's not very
Chronicles.
close. We'll try one more thing. Let's try Carolinga. Write the word renegade in Carolinga font. That's kind of cool. Pretty elaborate though. This is probably
True.
close. It's kind of like Old English or something. I don't know. That's weird because if it's calling that the same font, this looks like pretty different. Well, I guess not. It's got that extended leg on it. Interesting.
Got another comment there.
Easier to see the font in a word or sentence format to see how it will work in your design. Yeah, agreed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me ask. I think that's it. We had on the font, I got another. Let me try one, and I'm gonna try using ChatGPT.
Okay, let me move over to your screen here.
So let me see. Boom. Yeah. All right. You guys should. Let's see if one sec.
What can I help you with? It says.
Hey, that's what I need. So I'm gonna use an image of this incredible series named Shogun, and I'm gonna ask which font the
Yeah, if
title.
you guys haven't seen, do you happen to know what streaming network Shogun's on? Is that HBO?
So that's FX.
FX.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they're on Disney though. I know it's kind of a mixed up, but I remember Disney was making a.
It is a great show. It is subtitles, right? If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking Japanese most of the time. So which font is the title use? Which font the title is using? Let me go very straightforward and simple here. Shogun. All right, so you see, it has a lot of very detailed.
Yeah, see what I mean? That's exactly right. So we're in ChatGPT right now, and that's doing a way more detailed job of finding that out. That's what I've found in doing this show is and playing around with these tools. You really see where some gain ground over others, and that's part of what's fascinating and the whole reason we have this show.
Yeah, and here let me go a little bit further.
We had a user that says Shogun is on Hulu.
Hulu. There you go. Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot that. That's true. And
Thank you,
that,
audience.
Thank you. And I believe that was the reason that it was on Disney as well. They had an ad. I don't know if they still working like that. Like you get Hulu and you get
Yeah, it's
Disney,
getting
you know those.
complicated that way, isn't it? Where they all kind of have you can have the actual Hulu, but then you can get to it through another service.
It's like, yeah.
Crazy.
And they were doing like a mixed up of services. Okay, so create uh, your daily. So create an image of
Let's see.
your daily AI using. Should I say that font? I'm not gonna be the font closest to Shogun. Let's see. And let's see how faster it is to create that image. Grok was pretty good to create images, processing image. Lots of people are creating images right now. Yeah, they've been having that. I think it's because I feel like it's season. I don't know, for AI announcements.
Yeah, we had discussed and thought that it would be neat to have, like a almost like a grid that showed you, which tools were better for what. But they're changing and improving so much that it would be really hard to keep something like that updated.
Yes, and that's you ring me the bell here. Hopefully that sounds good. Oh, your daily AI? No. Make it more like the brush, more like the brush style of Shogun. So I just remember another aspect that they talked on the conference was the aspect of using specialization instead of have large language models, so LLMs. So large language models, you have huge amount of information. Therefore, we each person searches mostly of specific things, right? So each person is interested in some aspects of it, and they're creating like smaller models that they can, with less information, they're more specialized, right? So they have a more strict, therefore they are targeted to specific publics. Oh, it came out nice. We're going to talk about in a minute.
A little more brushstrokey there. See, yeah, that's doing what you're saying. I think Meta was kind of all over the map by comparison.
Yeah.
Maybe my prompts need work, but I think they were pretty straightforward.
You know what? So add an iPod mic. iPod? No, a podcast. That's what I want. Podcast. We were talking about pods here. That it elaborated a long conversation on pods. So add a podcast mic behind the words and make it subtle. When I say make it subtle, my intention here is to have like a shadow, like shadowy. I don't know. That's right.
You made up a word there. That's cool.
Yeah, making up words. So that was basically it. That was very interesting. It's because, so for example, if we have Canva, let's use Canva that we tried here last time, canva.com, to create images, very easy to use. If they have that specialization of creating logos, for example, an AI tool that is specialized on that, then we have a much faster outcome on our processes. Now here, lots of people are creating images. This happens because it's very broad, right? So like we are creating logos, people are creating memes or funny images or images for films, ads, so on and so forth, entertainment, work. Yay, not there yet.
It didn't add anything.
No? Yeah.
Or maybe it's just too dark and we can't see it.
I mean, we can say that, but it would be too psychophancy. Just say that. Psychophancy. Okay, you didn't add.
I'm giving it too much credit, huh?
Right? You didn't add the mic. Try again.
Damn it.
And do and do your best. There was a whole discussion.
I need a D in front of the O.
Let's see. You didn't add.
I think it'll probably try to do its best on it anyway, but
and do your best. No, that's intentional mistakes there. And there was I added this here. Do your best. There was a discussion of AI and encouragement. like should AI respond necessarily to encouragement, positive or negative? So eventually it will. It might have that tools.
I like how it's telling us lots of people are creating images right now. Who's creating images right now? Don't you people have jobs?
That's true.
Maybe
that is
their
true.
job.
Maybe it's the other public. That's the younger public, I would imagine. Yeah, you find it. All right. Hey, it's thinking. And I think after this one, I can move on. Yeah.
We have a user recommendation before we move on.
Okay.
Maybe ask for a silhouette of a mic or an outline.
All right. So
let's try that.
I can do that. So how should I ask this? So
maybe ask for a silhouette of a mic or an outline.
So correct me if it can be improved. So instead of the whole mic.
Well, a silhouette is the whole mic. It's just the outline of it.
Exactly right. So instead of the physical mic or something like that?
I would just say add the silhouette of a microphone. Let's use the full word.
Add the silhouette of a microphone.
Yeah.
Podcast style microphone. Would that?
Sure.
Microphone, is that?
There you go.
Nice. Behind.
You got a G instead of a D there.
Hey, I mean, I tell you, you don't believe me, it's intentional, huh?
Wasn't your mom an English teacher?
Hey, close. Portuguese teacher.
Oh,
that's close.
That's how it's spelled in Portuguese, I'm sure.
Behind. That's
Lots
funny.
of people are creating images right now.
Yeah, and I reached my image creation limit. Hopefully they create at least this one.
Oh, are you you're not on the pro version?
No, I mean, actually, yeah.
Did it warn you? I didn't see a warning pop up.
It just popped up. Is it there? Can you see or no? No?
So
it might.
Yeah,
you
I
see
can
there?
see it. It was
Okay.
just down below.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're still learning about that double screen thing. Sometimes viewers cannot see the...
Well, that's one thing Meta AI's got going for it. There was no limit on image creation. Man, this thing is not moving forward at all.
Nope.
Does not like your microphone.
Nope. Yeah, hey, we tried. Look at that. It was just like 1, 2, 3, 4 trials. I mean, hey, we tried. Space for improvement for them there. Yeah, so we tried that one. Any other thing you want to talk on the ad?
Actually, there is an interesting one. When I was actually creating stuff and I was using ChatGPT Pro, I was able to let it know that, hey, what you generate here, I'm going to be pulling into Canva. What tools and fonts within Canva should I be utilizing? And it actually had detailed information there for me that was very helpful. Like it knew the fonts inside of Canva. And I assume it would have done the same if I said I was working in Illustrator or Photoshop.
Yeah.
Let's see. And from the audience, we have, good to know that you will need to go through various iterations in order to get what you want. Oh, yeah, this is the epitome of an iterative process when you're working with these tools.
Mm-hmm.
Both from lack of user knowledge and then also what AI is trying to improve on itself.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely improving, but back and forth, but the improvements are very visible. Like this is something that I mean, still remember, right? It was not that long ago, or maybe it was, I think maybe a year, that we had the issues with the fingers. Now I don't think that that's an issue anymore for a while at least. So yeah, I mean, I feel like in a couple months we might have, and it's that again is that topic of specialization, right? There will be the tools that they work more specific on the, let's put it like logo, image generator and editing. So yeah, but I mean, some things you got right. I truly liked the typeface they use for the Your Daily AI, the brush stroke, similar to Shogun. It's similar, but not all that similar.
So just for giggles here, in Meta AI, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I said create a logo for daily in brushstroke font, and it went crazy with the colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I said more like Japanese style brushstrokes, and then that's what Meta came up with here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it's not terrible. It's very, I say, what do I want to say? Yeah, it's okay. It's like nothing crazy,
let's
but
try
it's okay.
less.
Try more
Less busy.
Exactly, minimalistic.
There you go. Another 10-cent word. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's more what I was looking for.
There, yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Nice.
So the second one, that second one is interesting.
Yeah, agreed. Cool.
Hey, man, that's nice. All right, ready to move on? That's pretty cool. Oh, let's see. We have a comment in gray. Oh, I think it's because of the silhouette mic. Ah, gotcha. Now do you want to try there, Noah?
Put it. Yeah, let's see what it does. So
Yeah.
let's take image 2.
And add the silhouette of a mic.
Image number 2.
Mm-hmm. She's asking gray, but
Add.
maybe darker gray.
Add a silhouette is a tough word. There's an H in there somewhere.
Oh, what's that?
Of a microphone in the background.
In a darker gray. Silver-like or something like that.
Well, let's just see what it does with this.
I like that you have like endless image generators there.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Let's see.
Say-
directly.
No, say no in the background.
Microphone directly behind. The word. Okay.
I liked that last one. It's not what you asked, but that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, hey guys, we tried.
I wonder what this, so it can animate it. Let's see what happens here. Start pressing buttons.
Go ahead. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, interesting. So as I hover over,
Oh, that's nice.
let's see what this guy does.
Glitch. Hey, I like that last one, Noah.
That's kind of cool. So let me show the full screen here. Interesting.
Yeah. Hey, save that one for later. Let's move on here. That's cool. Let's move on here. We have a few other things to talk about. You did talk about Meta AI and Llama, right?
Yes. That was a question that we had in our last episode, is when they literally had come out with the Meta AI stuff that we could prompt the day of our show, the morning of our last show. And because Meta actually owns both Facebook and Instagram, we weren't sure Instagram uses Llama technology. And so we're like, well, does Meta AI use Llama technology? The answer is yes. But I guess the more detailed answer was that they access the information in different ways. And beyond that, I don't have details on exactly what is meant by that. But
yeah. All right. Time for a Grok.
okay.
Let's talk a little bit about Grok. Let's see if I can share my screen. Man, this is amazing. Today is pretty packed of news. All right, so let's see if I can see the.
There was some news on something? Yeah, Grok is free for students, right? Is that where you're going? Am I stealing your thunder there?
That is correct. Grok's free for students. It's not what I was talking about, but yes, we talked about this before we started the show. I believe it's a couple months. Oh yes, they talked about that's a nice ad Grok used. It's like if you're a student and you're having a hard time with the finals.
How's that for marketing? Huh?
Right? Yeah, that was a very good marketing.
Yeah.
So like it's free for a couple months. So that's interesting. I sincerely hope it's not automatic renewal. I didn't try, I don't know. Because for me at least, that's something that it's very frustrating.
I wonder if they did that on their own intentionally, or if it was a response to ChatGPT doing something similar for their pro version for students. Like I've got it free through the end of this month as a student.
Yeah, the point is very good, but I also think it's very how can I put it? It's a natural. Is natural the word I'm looking for? It's kind of evident, meaning if tons of students uses AI to help with their homework in a smart manner, they definitely gonna see that as the potential market, right?
Oh yeah, I think actually Apple was probably one of the first companies I can think of that was brilliant in introducing their technology to like elementary schools. I don't know that had really been done prior to Apple. And then what you end up basically building an entire generation that's loyal fans and knows how to use your tools. And when they get out into the workforce, that's the tools that they're requesting, or if they're starting their own companies that they're purchasing and utilizing. Yeah. It's kind of a long game model, but it's pretty fascinating. We've got a point here from one of our viewers. What this does is give you ideas for you to use as a template, so you can adjust yourself in tools like Illustrator. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, great point. Yep. And like one, and since she brought that building up on that comment, one thing that I had a hard time, I don't know how it is today, it's been a couple weeks that I have not done so, is that I try to do that, right? So I would generate an image and edit on either not so much Illustrator as Photoshop, and it's still not sure yet if it's still like that, and it was at that time at least. It could not define what is a background and what is a front ground, middle ground. It could not define. I don't know if it improved already in that sense, but it did had a hard time to identify those elements and each element of the image. It is as if the image has no depth or things like that. But I was very successful to work with multiple kind of images in that sense. I generate the image with AI, and then I work on Photoshop, or at this time I'm using more Pixelmator and Photomator.
Yeah, I wanted to show something quick on my side here.
Hey, sure.
I just noticed, I'm going to go to full screen. Over on the left-hand side, there's some things I haven't played with and didn't notice. I don't know if they're new.
Do I need to stop sharing my screen?
You're fine.
You good? Oh, there you go. You got it.
I don't know. Like, so for so we have styles.
Oh, there you go. That's cool.
We got moods. We got lighting.
That's really cool.
Let's see what happens here if we hit this guy. Do I drag that over? What do I do with that?
Right.
Oh, look at that. Huh.
I have a small delay here, but
that's actually kind of a trip. Daylight.
Oh, that's cool.
This guy's getting blown away right here.
Go on the dark one.
This one here?
The second one. I think you went for... No, not the image, but on the lighting.
Oh.
Yeah, the second one, dark.
So the only thing here... Okay. Oh, yeah. Spooky.
There you go.
Let's try Misty. Let's go film noir on this one.
Let's do it. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, actually, I liked what it was doing here now. Yeah, it just took us right back to.
Let's see if it generates different ones. I think it does generate
It
different
did
ones.
do different ones. That one's kind of cool. It's very Batman.
Which one?
The upper left
Upper
that I'm
left, yeah.
hovering on here.
Too bad it's like, I don't know where they took the word from.
Yeah, where it just said nocturnal and threw it in there. Let's go ethereal.
Is that even a word?
It is. It means well, bats are nocturnal animals.
Oh, gotcha. That's cool.
Okay, that's interesting.
Not bad.
Mix of color and darkness. What's with the colors here? Let's go earthy.
You see, this is something cool.
This is pretty interesting. The other big news on this one too that we saw, you can open this up in Meta AI so that it's almost like a Facebook chat. So you can see how other people are using the tool. You can see what prompts they're using, so you can kind of leverage sort of almost like cloud sourcing where everybody's sort of communicating together on how they're coming up with their images.
Yeah. So another good comment they brought here is all these filters are great for digital logos, but these will not work for print if it needs to be scaled larger. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Hey, that's cool. That's something that we definitely need to work a little bit more on it. Right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So we looked at colors, we looked at lighting. Let's see what moods does. Let's go with some candy. Everybody loves candy. Yeah, if you had like a candy shop. Cyberpunk. That's kind of cool. Right on.
There you go. All right, Noah, let's move on or else we don't finish at nighttime.
Yeah.
That's addictive, man. Believe me.
I know.
This is amazing.
Yeah, you can really get down some rabbit holes.
Yeah,
sure.
that's really, really cool. And by the way, is that the free version?
No, that actually.
The
Well,
student?
yeah, that's all that there is right now, I think.
But are you in a student account?
No, that's just my login for my human login for Facebook. It's not student.
Nice.
It's just.
I mean, that's cool. You generated like 5 times
Yeah,
more image than I did.
I gotta say that looks like a real strength here for the tool.
Yeah. All right, that's cool.
And I think actually the meta products, to include Llama, from day one I was producing better images with that than any of the other tools that I'd played around with, like ChatGPT or any of the other ones. So
yeah. All right, let's move on. Hopefully Grok allows us to create cool images. They're very good with realistic images, but
I have to admit, I haven't played around a ton with Grok, so that's one to. If any of our listeners and viewers out there have any insight, please let us know.
Yeah, and it seems like Grok 3.5 is to be launched until May 9th or 10th. And okay, so Elon Musk says Grok 3.5 will provide answers that aren't from the internet sources. I got curious to know which sources are those. So Grok 3.5 release Super Grok subscribe slated for next week. So that was from April 29th. And it's supposed to be out in a couple days. Hopefully it is. So today over top, Grok is getting a new update, 3.5. Super Grok, I'm just going through here very quickly. Straight to the answer. Super Grok subscribers will be getting an early peek. The new system starting next week. The exact release date from the beta has yet to be confirmed. This release comes on the heels of speculation that Musk is planning to raise tens of billions to build the AI supercomputer comprised of 1 million GPUs. That sounds very interesting for those interested in that. There have also been allegations that XAI has been empowering their current colossal supercomputer facilities by means of illegal generators. Not don't want to get through on that rabbit hole there.
Kinds of stuff going on.
Hey, it's going crazy, right? I'm very innocent.
We don't have any AI police yet.
And I'm very innocent here. I just want to know if Grok 3.5, what's going to have over there. What's the point I was looking for? Answers that aren't from the internet. That's all I'm trying to look for.
Yeah, now I wonder if you scroll back to that real quick, that could be interpreted in at least two different ways. Does that mean it will not use the internet, or it will just augment what the searches are?
It will provide answers that are not from the internet.
In addition to
sources.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to know which sources those answers are from, right? Because I don't know.
One of our listeners said, ICE for AI generators.
What is that? ICE for AI generators. There you go. Yeah. And so that's a good point that you brought there, because large language models, LLMs, are they from the internet? I mean, they were extracted from the internet, I would imagine, but are they from the internet? I am not sure. But I will move on, so I want to know that answer. Hopefully it's not just a hook that does not provide the answer. Hopefully not. Right, so one of the leading features highlighted by the announcement, the ability to provide answers to technical questions. More specifically, Musk highlights support for complex topics like electrochemistry and rocket engines with a notable degree of accuracy. So this is more of that specialization aspect, while other AI systems can provide answers to technical questions. Grok 3.5 is doing so using a different approach. I think here is where the answer is going to be. Many AI platforms will scrape the internet for data and pull answers together using information provided by external sources. In this case, Grok 3.5 is creating answers. This is amazing. Grok 3.5 is create answers from scratch using a reasoning model. This means that the answers it provides are potentially unique and not taken from existing copy on the internet. They might approach further here, but this is related to I believe the term is first principles, in which it goes from the base of someone is going to be able to explain that much better than I am. You guys, I believe you guys know me already enough. So first principles, I believe that's the term, which it's not preconceived knowledge in a sense, but sense of original understanding. But we might search the word. Let's see if he brings the word here to make a better job than I can at this moment. So this approach seems similar to DeepSeek R1, which also implements a type of reasoning model. This enables a more dynamic experience that isn't reliant on potentially plagiarized content, as well as being more capable in terms of answering complex questions. However, this type of technology comes at a cost, requiring much more computing power. Yes, and that computing power definitely demands some ice. I feel like I can use that wording here. That's likely why XAI is looking for more ways to expand its processing potential. We expect to hear more details on performance Grok 3.5 in the coming weeks. It's important to note again that this is a beta release, so there may be variance in the out. Perfect. Okay, so it did not brought the aspect of the first principles, but that's interesting. That's going to be amazing to see working out. That's going to be interesting.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Just for giggles here, I went ahead and asked Meta to generate an image of AI police.
AI police.
And this is what it came up with.
Let me see.
Pretty intimidating.
I don't see it.
No.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, I mean, not sure. That little mouth of this guy, it's kind of... it's funnier than it's intimidating.
Let's throw some candy in.
Oh, there you go. The second one is cooler, huh? I think the second one inspired on Iron Man, I guess.
Oh, okay. This is AI police with the candy mood applied to it.
Gee.
The librarian's coming after us.
Hey, careful.
Right on.
Careful with the librarians.
Uh,
All right. So the other aspect, let me see what else I have here. Now, you might love the next topic, Noah. You ready to talk some video games?
yeah, let's do that.
All right. I don't.
We're running over a little bit. We're at 10:05.
Oh, let's go, man. Today it's that we're getting closer to the 4-hour podcast. I was watching a podcast, man, yesterday. The guy made a. I'm searching the website here. The guy made a kind of a 4-hour podcast with a couple other guys, and after that, he done another 4-hour and 30-minute podcast. The guy's a machine, man.
Yeah, that's like the Jerry Lewis marathon stuff.
Yeah, but this is like his weekly routine. So that's
Full-time
crazy.
job.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We still have a couple of things to go through. So do you guys see the screen?
We do.
Awesome. So this is named, it's the game Grand Theft Auto.
One of my favorites.
Yes, GTA. And you guys will know what the heck this is doing on an AI podcast. So from this time, I play this game. Are you able to see the video? Is
Yes.
the video playing?
Yeah, the video is playing.
Hey, it's your dry
Of
skin.
course we
I
have an
need
ad
to
over
seal
there.
in moisture. CeraVe
all I
hydrates
wanna
up to
show
10
you
layers
guys
deep and delivers
is
3 essential ceramides, helping
probably
strengthen my barrier so I can defend against daily aggressors and lock in 24-hour hydration. CeraVe
Yeah,
Facial
that is-
Moisturizer.
All right, now.
Grand Theft Auto.
By any chance?
There we go.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
All right, so this, my fellas, this is GTA game in this way. And even though it started like this, something happened before.
The original Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, so he got the mission there. This is a truck.
It's kind of like our podcast.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly what it is. But this is like the podcast, we just went from 0.5 to 0.4. Crazy stuff going there. But now I show you guys that to see. I play that game, and the difference, it's just unbelievable. Now I'm going to share with you guys. Stop sharing, and now I'm going to share the other screen, which boom. So this is the GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6, right? This website is very impressive. I really enjoyed. You guys able to see the?
We are.
Awesome. And this is pretty impressive. For some reason, it gives me
Confirm
this.
You're not a bot.
Exactly. But then it does not give me the option to sign up. You see that? Tricky,
What if
right?
you hit the play button over there on the lower right?
So this takes me to the
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
Yeah. So like something that, hey, if anyone
It'll be in
knows
our
the
next episode.
yeah, if anyone knows the trick for this, just let me know. But that was not in the plans. Like this is a really well elaborated website. May 2026. The level of realism
Oh, man.
is crazy. It's character centered. I believe they've been doing that for a while now.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like the interaction here with the
So what's the piece that the AI will be doing?
exactly. So let me just roll over here. It's very well elaborated, guys. Like
I'm getting
played.
seasick.
Oh yeah. All right, let me stop here then. So the level of realism, I don't know how many times I said that already.
Vice City.
Yeah, it's like
Guy's brushing
So
his
interesting.
teeth.
yeah. I mean, and they used real.
Look at that donk.
I saw the Carter. They used the real memes for some of those videos. But anyways,
There's
so
a guy
the point.
popping a wheelie in the background too.
Huh?
There was a guy popping a wheelie in the background there on that.
Yeah,
right image.
right here, right. So those are
It's like
scenes
pure
that
mayhem.
actually happen. Yeah, mayhem. But the thing is, they would they were going to use AI, and there are conflicting info on that. They were supposed to use AI on the NPCs. So the NPCs are more could develop their behavior.
Just to clarify on that, NPC is non-player combatant. What's the C stand for?
Character, but
Character.
let's check.
Yeah, that's it.
Meaning of, let's check 2025 style on ChatGPT or Grok. Meaning of NPCs. And that was the idea. The idea is very, I believe it would work. Non-player character. Yeah.
Cool.
I definitely think that's achievable. But when I searched about that info, I got conflicting information. So some people would say that they would not use, some others would say they would use. There was nothing defined about it. But that was it. They might use. I do think that eventually they're going to use. I think it's an opportunity. I remember that StarCraft was the first video game, game that was very popular in using AI. And they used to improve the behavior of the computer, right? More on that maybe in the future. All right, so that's on the GTA. Very interesting. The graphics there was very impressive. And May 2026, that's the announcement. Let's move on. Anything? Did that brought good memories for you, Noah?
Yeah, Chat GTA.
Chat GTA, that's funny.
GTA, an amazing game that I had to give up because I couldn't stop playing it. I was up until 3 a.m.
That's the danger. Yep.
Doing crazy things. So
no, that's the danger of those
I just
games.
can't do it anymore.
And I'm so glad here. Maybe some players might get, oh no, I can't believe he's saying that. But I'm so glad that I've been able to not fall into gaming too much, playing too much when the graphics were becoming better and better, because it becomes such a hook, so intense that I would like just to play more and more. But I'm glad that I did not engage on that.
Yeah,
Eventually,
I guess that's a real thing. I mean, they've had.
Oh yeah,
I've heard crazy stories of like gaming cafes in I think Korea or something,
or Japan.
Somebody actually died because they weren't eating enough food or something, and they were just gaming constantly. So.
Yeah, guys, play with moderation, and eventually I'm going to be playing here. So I say that. I'm not sure if I'm going to live by my words, but hey, who knows?
Sorry, episode 6 was canceled because Rick can't get off of
the Grand Theft. That's so funny. No, man, like this is 2026. I mean, hey, unless it's the 5th one. All right, I have one more info to go through. You ready for this one?
Ready.
All right, so let's see if I do my part well. There you go. So let's see if we can add. Do you see my full screen?
We do.
So last week we talked about the LTX Studio, and LTX Studio added
An LTX Studio is a video editor, right?
Not necessarily. LTX Studio basically allows you to create multiple elements of a movie, of a film, of a video, so on and so forth, right? It allows you to create image and videos,
Images and videos. Okay.
It does allow you to, with some limitation, to create it in an editing manner, if that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it does also allows you to do many other things. Storyboard. It learns. I mean, that's the direction they're going to. Hopefully, they succeed, because this is it seems like a very complete tool for beginning to end of video production, right? And now I'm not gonna play through the whole thing, but just
forget everything you know about generative AI.
Just to bring to a conclusion,
Producing LTX.
They announced the Veo, that they added Veo 2 generation model on their tool, which it belongs to Google, if I'm correct. And now they are announcing an improvement of their own video generator, which is LTX V13B. So it seems impressive.
30 times faster than any similar model on
Like
the market,
every
and
single
can actually run
ad
on
out there
consumer
on AI.
hardware at a fraction
But I don't
of the
have the tool to
price.
try. So
Now featuring multi-keyframe
I'm
conditioning.
really very positive that, so for example, do you see there multi-keyframe conditioning?
Yeah, actually, Rick, can you do me a favor? Can you turn the volume down a little bit on your system? Yeah, because it's over. One of our listeners here actually let us know that it's
Too
drowning
loud.
your voice out.
Awesome. Tell me if it's, so just to make a point
Yeah, go
here.
ahead and hit
Yeah.
play. Let's take a peek and see.
So
if
the
that's-
multi-keyframe conditioning, this is very interesting. Start frame, middle frame, and end frame. This is amazing. I do eventually want to see in practice. Tell me if the volume is good.
that's way better.
Awesome. So multi-scale. So even though here it seems a lot like not realistic necessarily, it's very interesting the way, the direction they're going to. Those look more realistic. So yeah, it's very quick.
LTXV. Start creating
They're
now.
open
Available on
source. Another point
LTX
that
Studio.
Meta, they said they are also open source. Yeah, LTX Studio. So that's a very interesting.
Is there a free version of
announcement.
that, or do you have to pay for that?
No, they do have a free version. Here, I can't even share that. Share. Yeah, I need to.
Okay,
Yeah, so they do have the free version.
I'll have to play around with that.
Yeah, 800 computing seconds.
I mean,
Image video
you're
generation.
you're actually in the video editing side a lot more, coming from the film background. How does it compare, or is it just used in conjunction with other editing tools?
So that's the thing, right? Editing tool, you're specifically editing the video. Here you are generating.
You create generative
Yeah,
AI. Okay.
you're creating and generating. You are not uniquely editing. You do have a big limitation on the editing aspect here.
Okay.
But their idea, which is a very good idea, is to establish that beginning to end storytelling and the multiple tools that can create that story. So for example, you can create, at least that's the proposal. I was not able to create, I was not very successful in creating the full story there. I tried. Yeah. I mean, but it's been a while. It's been a couple months. So hopefully they are there. I need to go back to that tool. So it's basically to create a beginning to end, either storyboard or story with images or story with videos. So making it simple, that's what they want to provide.
Okay. Yeah, even their tagline, I'm looking it up right now, and it says basically it's a tool for helping to visualize your concepts.
Exactly.
So that kind of suggests that you will be taking that into something else. And
yeah. So I do hope they succeed, because this is definitely something that a sort of tool that I'm looking forward to use and try.
And that's let me just type that in. It's LTX Studio. Yeah, if you just do a Google search for LTX Studio, it'll take you in there.
Yeah.
Can I copy that? Let me just paste that in our chat so everybody's got access to it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and also the Grok and Llama. If you want to share those links as well.
Yeah,
Let me see. Is there anything else?
That link is terrible.
It's like a
bad.
300 word link.
Yeah, what the heck?
Here, let me add the.
Here's LTX.
You know what? Let me share. I really enjoy the X website.
Okay, here's Grok. It's not what you would think. They call it Grok, but it's actually, well, here, I'll give you the overall link. It's actually XAI.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
send that one there. There you go.
But then you can also go specifically to XAI Grok.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, that was amazing. All right. So, anything to add? I saw something here. Rule line. What is rule line?
Oh yeah. That's an interesting one. Let's see. How can I best describe that challenge? That's actually really neat. Let me go into what can I do here? Let me share my screen. Let's so we're back on this guy here. If I let's see, let's collapse all this. Can I just start a new conversation? Let me add. Well, this is cool. So I mentioned that AI. It's not showing that. Let me do this. This is an image that I generated on AI. Let me type in, what is the line called between the Renegade and the Chronicles?
Now I remember you said that.
Okay, so this is giving me a little bit of a different explanation to what I think I was using Perplexity, but I wanted to regenerate a different spacing line. Can I bring this image up bigger so you can see what I'm talking about? See this little line down here? When I described it, I said, the prompt that I gave was, on a letterhead, what's the squiggly line that's often put in there, you know? And it came back and it said, well, it sounds like you're trying to describe what's known as a rule line. And the minute that I had that term, I could then go into my image editor, which was Canva at the time, and it gave me exactly what I wanted, a whole selection of what's known as rule lines. I just didn't know that that's what it's called. And that's an example of how AI can really sort of help you get pointed in the right direction. So yeah, that was very, very helpful. So this little guy down here that's got some squiggles in it, that's called a rule line.
Rule line. There you go.
Although it's interesting, Meta AI is done slightly different. And I also gave it kind of a bum prompt. It's not between the Renegade and the Chronicles, it's below.
Hey.
So yeah.
Happens as well.
So that's it, guys. Thanks so much. We ran a little bit over. That's an hour and a half. Man, that went fast.
Yeah, it went by
We
fast.
hope that this was valuable for you.
Yeah.
Tune in. Same bat time, same bat channel.
See you all next time.
Yep.
And be prepared. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna change our timing. We might do the lives on evening time. And I want to add, let's see if we are successful to add at this week the cuts, the channel cuts. So it's, if you want to just a part of the video, that's going to make it easier. And I owe you guys the video that last week I said I'm going to launch. We tried, we persisted, and we're going to try again about gaming, StarCraft, and other things. Hey, thank you guys very much. See you guys next time. Thank you, Noah.
You.